This blew my mind when I saw this the first time. It's so smart. This, you just, away it goes. Like, so convenient. I love it so much. 안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 온 딩글입니다. 반갑습니다. When I first came to Korea, I actually lived in Busan. At one point, I lived in like a shared house with many other people who were also foreigners. And now I live in an apartment near Hongdae-ish. Okay, so the first house, that's a shared house, very small. I lived in a single room that had 4 bunk beds. So my only space was my bed. My friend's head was right here, so close to each other. And living with people and sharing the bathroom, not easy at all. But now I have an apartment, it's my own place. I love my apartment so much. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes, it is my first time to have my own 100% apartment. This is my first, like, I'm paying bills. This is my place, my home. Yeah, they have seen it and they're surprised, first of all, that it's so nice. Like, they're like, wow, that's a really nice apartment. They thought I was gonna live in like some cardboard box or something, but they were like, wow, it's really sleek. And the design of it, like the fridge is like one with the closet and the storage. It's all like this wall, and they're like, oh, it's actually really nice. In America, usually I would think like the first solo apartment that you will have is pretty old and not maybe too nice. You can get a much nicer apartment in Korea for much cheaper than in America. The fact that there is a recycling system in itself, like the fact that there's no, like, we just throw all the trash here, that's crazy to them. Nowhere near like Korea. Like, usually in America we have the trash bin and then we have recycling, but all recycling, anything is just put into the one bin, and many people don't recycle. Many homes don't recycle, which I don't like. I always try to recycle, so it's very different. The bathroom. Yeah, so I don't have my shower curtain up yet, but just to like see this whole room that is just like one, very strange. And there's not a lot of counter space. In America, we have these massive counters. So they're very much not used to the shoes, the bathroom shoes. We never have bathroom shoes. You just always walk everywhere barefoot. But when it's a wet room, obviously the floor is wet, so you would need to wear those shoes. Oh, and showers, this thingy, the thingy that comes off is not very common. Usually the shower head doesn't come off like that. It's just in the wall, period. That's it. So they were like, oh wow, you actually have like a thing that comes off? Yeah. This shoe rack, this would never ever happen. That's not common. We'll have shoe racks, but they don't usually look like this. And that is like a staple. Like if your Korean apartment has that, they're like, yes, look at all the places to put your shoes. Oh, the vent, the thing that like gets pulled out, the vent starts and the light comes on. We don't have that in America usually. Yeah, like everything is just this like one massive structure of like cabinets and drawers and things like this. Very different. They've never seen any, like I've never seen this, like maybe it's in America. I've never seen like the touch pad for the heat. It's always, we always have those like turny things, always. So the fact that there's these touching things, and yeah, the whole drying rack, they're like, none of this is American style. That knife thing, we never have those, but it's convenient. Oh, the drain, the food storage. We always have the food disposal. So there's a button in America you click and it'll like, whereas here you have to like hand take. Really? It's illegal? Oh, wow. Well, it's dangerous, so. Oh yeah, the fact that the fridge is not magnetic is the weirdest thing to us. Every American family, their fridge is like a picture collage of like all the places you've been, Christmas cards, like loft style is very common here, where you can just put storage up there, or you can put a bed. It's very different style. And then this whole thing, yeah. Floor heating, we don't have floor heating. And the fact you have to turn hot water on, like it's just always there. Like we never ever have to turn it on. So I'll be like trying to wash my hands. I'm like, why is it still cold? Oh yeah, I gotta go hit the button. Oh, the thing that they are the most jealous of is the security boxes. The fact that you can like, in most apartments, you can let people in, you can see who's at the door. In America, we have to buy them and install them ourselves with like the little camera. So you can look in and see who's there and let people in to your front door, and like the main entrance as well is like crazy. But I mean, nice apartments in America would have that, but houses usually don't. This blew my mind when I saw this the first time. It's so smart, but we wouldn't have that in America because usually we don't build up quite as often. We just build out because we have more land. But here, so many really high-rise buildings. Whoever came up with this, brilliant. I mean, it kind of scares me. It's so perfect because we're used to like picking it up ourselves, walking into the elevator, trying to get the elevator. People are mad at you because you're taking the elevator up. This, you just, away it goes. Like so convenient. I love it so much. Well, I was just gonna say that the heating and the air conditioning system is very different. In America, we have like, it's all throughout the house, and usually like floor heating is from the floor. Whereas like we're used to heat coming out of like, kind of like an air conditioner, but it's throughout the whole place. And so that's very, very different. Like usually you will keep the heat on when you leave. Whereas like in Korea, people will just turn it off because they're not home. The bathrooms are very, very different. Wet floor, very different. Not bad, but just very different. And I actually put up a shower curtain in my wet room because I'm not used to wet style, so I feel so cold when I shower. Whereas with the shower curtain, it feels like the steam like stays there. So I don't know, it's just American style, I guess. I was gonna say the best difference and the best thing is the keys, the key system. So you always have to have a key in America. The amount of times I would forget my key or I would lock it inside of my room. Whereas here, I cannot tell you the number of times I'm like closing my door and I'm like, oh, I don't have my key. And then I'm like, I don't need a key because I don't have a key. And I'm like shutting it slowly, like I didn't forget my key. Like I have to keep telling myself, you don't have a key, you don't have a key. Even to get into the building itself, another PIN code, like that's just the only time I ever saw PIN codes in America was like for an Airbnb. You just don't have that. So very, very convenient. I love that. We don't have the same shoe system. So like we will wear our outside shoes in the house. Easy, no problem, never take it off. And I will admit, sometimes I don't always remember to take my shoes off because I'm so not used to it. But then when you like walk the streets and you kind of, you see your shoes just get dirty, or you really need to take your shoes off. Today I talked about my parents' reaction when they saw my Korean apartment for the first time. I hope you liked this video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. 안녕!